What a match for Flaren. I thought yesterday LDLC Fnatic didn't quite hit the fever pitch of like the best match imaginable, even though it was the big marquee billing, you know. But this series so far, no exaggeration, if the third map is anything close to those first two, it might be like the best series ever.
I have to agree. I mean, just looking at, I thought that Cash was exciting. Inferno?
Was better.
I think Inferno had everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's shocking. Oh, we need to go through that though. Like
Let's start out on the CT side for Fnatic, okay? They're one of the best teams in the world on CT side, but NiP's hanging in there close early. In fact, at one point, it was only 6-5 for Fnatic on their CT side. And I thought to myself, like, if they even get one more round given up to NiP, this might even be over already.
I was saying that already. Even when they got 6 rounds, or 5 rounds, actually, I said it's over. There's no way that Fnatic...
But they did manage to pull it back, though. They got it to 9 rounds. That was about the best possible chance they could have hoped for.
I mean, yeah, after even letting go
and even then they were in trouble.
5 rounds. Okay, so we see here, I think.
Now, here's the real story of this game, okay? In terms of great performances, Crims was doing incredible work on the CT half. If he hadn't have gone so crazy, there was one point in the game where he was like 110 ADR, and they were still only like, what 6-4 up, 6-5 up.
Yeah.
They would have actually probably lost their CT half if he hadn't have gone crazy in B. But it was JW who was really not able to hold at all at the A site. And that's why this whole game became about attacking the A site for both teams. Because that's where both teams had an underperforming AWPer who was getting pushed back, and eventually both of them had to abandon using the AWP. So on Fnatic CT side, it was JW having real problems. And then I think the real story, yes, we're going to talk in a minute about the wonderful calls by Pronax and the brilliant T-fakes, but what allowed them to work was Makaleli had no impact on the second half, basically.
Yeah, and he was actually one of the people on when NiP was on the T side that actually made NiP so good on the T side. He didn't necessarily have to kill that many people. It's just that he got so much map control for NiP that he can just execute all the rounds perfectly. Whereas, and it was the same for switching over for Fnatic's T side. Again, JW was very lackluster on their CT side. Switching over, he suddenly started getting a feel for the game. He actually got more involved. Again, he didn't necessarily get that many kills, but he opened up the map so much for Fnatic so they can actually execute and end up winning the map.
But in terms of Makaleli, just to kind of highlight the problems he had, when he was on the NiP CT half and Fnatic's making that climb back, he was hovering around like 30 damage a round he was putting in there, and he was just giving up the mid position. And we saw the entire game for Fnatic became about try and get the B faked enough that you can do these last minute rotates, and they had 2 that were just legendary. One was the entire fake where they just ran into the site, and then obviously there was that last one where they went into the site, Exist killed a couple of them, Pronax was left, what, 1v3?
Yeah.
And he clutched it out.
Yeah, that was by far the best play of the tournament.
That would have been game there for NiP. If they'd have broken that round, the money system, it would have been that would have been the end of the series right there. Pronax actually saved it for Fnatic.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was actually starting to tweet, actually. I was like, this is the best series. Pronax is a genius. The round after, he does something that happened during Cologne as well for Fnatic. He does the dumbest call that you can, that you can do ever. Because you should know by now that NiP will be very low on money. Don't waste that round by rushing through a smoke towards the B bomb site, because that basically the choke point that you have there through the smoke, it's basically like if you're holding ramp and there's a smoke there, you just run through, you're never going to be able to kill Friberry there.
No,
and
we saw it cost Fnatic almost there. But anyway, Pronax, his level on T-side calling was much, much better than I think I've ever seen, even in an Inferno game. Will it be enough when we go into Mirage, though? This is the map that we don't know much about NiP. It's a map that's been a great map for Fnatic. Are they going to steal the series now? They just got away from elimination. This time, we're going to have DDK and Nothing from Cloud9 commentating the game. So, is it going to be the best series ever, guys?
Hey guys, I am DDK with Nothing. Welcome to the caster desk.
Yeah.
How's it going? How's
Glad
it going?
to be
Enjoying
here.
this series?
Yeah, man, that was epic on that last game. Some of those hits that Fnatic chose to do at B was blowing my mind, and the way they make things work, bouncing back and forth between the bomb sites, it's just a team who's really well connected with their communication. So I'm looking forward to see if NiP can match that, because obviously we know Fnatic's very strong in Mirage.
So, I mean, Mirage, as you said, this is the last map now of this best of 3. Do you think, like, how do you feel for NiP's chances here? We're about to jump into the pistol, but quick thoughts?
Quick thoughts is they need to just stay on top of what's going wrong. If they get too complacent, they're going to lose. If they could kind of do something about Fnatic's notorious mid control, they might be able to gain good enough rounds and start off strong on CT. So.
All right, so definitely going to be looking to see how they combat that mid control. That's a really, really good point here. I think last Kosi was in Milan, so it's nice to...
I'm excited right now.
Nice to bring it back.
Big pistol for NiP right here, so...
All right, so Exist looking for the smoke over towards that middle right there. You can see that landing into CPL. We can see already a bit of information finding here from Fnatic. A big presence on middle as NiP are going to be crawling through the apps on B. Will Fnatic figure this out just yet? Remains to be seen, but here it comes. They now know what's going on. Forest in with the entries, being so strong in that here today. And NiP do have themselves on the bomb side. Bomb will go down. 4-on-4 here, and Fnatic to have a lot of time to try to come together and try and coordinate themselves into a timely push.
Big flank here coming by JW up in the upper B halls. This could be key if he gets the frag, and he does.
So let's see if they can work off the back of this. That's really huge pressure here from JW. Going to find Michael Elliott by the headshot. Can't quite kill him quickly enough. Freiburg coming in great and all there. Freiburg with 2 frags, 3 quick kills from the clock of Freiburg. Excellent play from the man himself. And that is a quick pistol around there. NiP going to be taking the lead early on. You can see these guys ecstatic. The fist bump there from Khan. All is well in the NiP camp, and that's really important. I mean, Fnatic CT side is so devastating.
Huge. And they can't get too ahead of themselves. Even right now in this round, they got to be very careful. As you see, there's a Scout, a couple Deagles, a couple CZs. Very dangerous. Fnatic can still do damage this round.
But Olafmeister pushing Palace here with the CZ in hand. I think he also has, no, it's JW with a Scout, so there's Olaf trying to fight Get Right. If he can get the kill, he gets the Galil, but no, Get Right will take him down. As the A play is coming in, there are the smokes to deny Fnatic vision onto that push. The bomb will go down without any problems, and I like how NiP are taking it safe here with a nice little execute. So no way for Fnatic to retake this one.
Smart play, they just kind of stuck together and got up there. Looks like Fnatic will probably choose to save those guns, see if they can't, try the same thing again next round. Really here, they're going to try to control NiP's money the whole half, because once they get those AWPs on Fnatic's hands and JW, they're so hard to deal with in middle, so NiP definitely needs these 3 rounds, because it's going to be a long half.
Just going to spot some players here. And do you think that NiP are going to have a lot of ways to try to counter-strat Fnatic? Because Fnatic are really strong on this map, but the way that they play is somewhat known. If you go back and watch their games, then you are going to see the trends, but is it one of those things where you know what they're doing, but you still can't stop it?
Yeah, I think the thing is it's hard to have confidence when you don't have a lot of practice countering that. And I think NiP just is aware that they themselves don't practice Mirage versus this style of team a lot. So I think it's up to them to just kind of play their best teamwork Counter-Strike, and they might be able to pull off a good T-half.
Well, they do have a good start, and that is definitely going to amount to a lot here for them, as they are looking to push the A-bomb site. Once again, they know they're up against some pistols, that quite a few were saved. A couple of Deagles, in fact, so you've got to be careful about that. And Fnatic actually much closer towards A at this point in time, so they won't get isolated too much by the smoke, so they might be able to throw a wrench into the works here. Push coming up, Crims in a key position there, looking for the headshot, doesn't get anything. Very unfortunate there for Fnatic, as NiP roll into the bomb site, taking no prisoners, and the bomb is going to go down as Pronax is the last man standing with that Deagle armor. Might be able to do a little bit of damage, but it doesn't matter. Pronax can die. The buy will come in the following round here for Fnatic, but they won't be able to get that AWP rolling too soon.
No, and that's big for NiP. They basically went both these ecos with no deaths. Well, except the last one, I think one. So very good ecos for NiP. They got the money going. They got some momentum. This first gun round, if they could.
Look at these grins, by the way, like banana grins on the NiP right now.
You need that because I think they know that Fnatic is so strong, so they're just trying to not comprehend that. They're trying to stick to their game and just keep this momentum train going.
They're definitely looking really, really happy at the moment. 3-0, in comes the buy from Fnatic, but these AKs going to prove very effective against these M4s and the FAMAS here. Decent amount of nades here for Fnatic, as NiP take it slowly, looking for a bit of a mid push here, nading into mid well before. Some nice smoke there for short. And here they go, we're going to see the challenge onto that mid control. course, the famed mid-control Fnatic. Very strong at holding connector. In they go now, looking for the quick frags on connector. They're going to find them. Now it's on Crims by the stairs. He does get flash, gets 2 frags with the M4. Great work there from Crims. And so many frags back and forth here, but it's going to be NiP now with just 1 player. Get right against the 2. Crims holding down the fort at connector. Such a big effort. Such a big play. And now Get Right with the bomb down there at slope still has a pretty decent chance to actually make something of this round as he tries to eliminate where these players are. He has a lot of time to work with, so he is making sure to use it. Might just find the drop on somebody as Get Right scouts out the map. 40 seconds left now, and with Crims below him, might just spot him in time. There it is. Oh no! Get Right doesn't make it happen. Crims reacts in time, and Get Right is going to feel very bad about that.
You could see the expression on Christopher's face there. I think he expected the free frag there. He was probably already thinking about where the next guy was. And I'm actually surprised that the NiP guys didn't check the close corner for Crims. He's notorious for being in one of those corners.
Yeah, that's his space.
They need a hard clear everywhere in that connector jungle area.
And now we're going to see Michael on the AWP. It's a bit of a sketchy buy here for Fnatic. Despite winning the round, of course, they sustained a lot of damage. Flusher did manage to get himself onto an AK, but Michael with a quick pick potentially on... Oh, that is a connection and a half there from Michael. Great play, such fast response. And now it's going to be down to Flusher to make sure that he can delay them. He does have JW, who's actually cycled in here for the help towards B. It's actually NiP now trying to make their way through slowly, but the bomb is actually far back still, so they don't have to commit to this. Forest is pushed up quite far, and Fnatic are very conscious that there's no committed play from NiP just yet.
Yeah, Fnatic knows they're still up there. They
just cycling back through T-spawn.
They could do anything now with so much time waiting.
Oh dear.
Can't say much about that.
No, there's nothing much to say about that. Just gotta let it just sit there. Well, either way, NiP gonna find themselves with the bomb pushing onto that A bomb site here. Fnatic playing it safe at the moment, 2 to a site, very defensive positions.
I think this is a good decision by NiP. If they could not take too much damage here when they make this play into the site.
And look at that, the battle of the patience. Forest gets the kill, and a round of applause there from the audience. Here comes Get Right from Palace though. Crims is going to lock him down, but the trade is there. NiP good on these trades so far. And it looks to be a good round here for NiP.
Yeah, round one's going to go to NiP. Great play by Forest there, showing his patience there, and years of experience reminded him, just wait a couple more seconds.
Exactly, and NiP with the good start that they need. I mean, it was a very scary round when you had the powerhouse Crims holding down connector, but we're going to see much more of that. There's going to be way more Crims action on connector. It's going to be quite important as a position. And we're going to see the end of this round very soon as the bomb will explode. And NiP just crawling through the map, seeing if they could potentially find some of these Fnatic players, remove their weapons. Obviously, the money for Fnatic is not looking good at all at the moment, and NiP is starting to actually build a really healthy bank behind them.
Yeah, this is actually a great start for NiP. If you don't get pistol, I think they already had planted in their heads that they're not very confident on Mirage. So to start out with this 4-1 lead gives them a little boost of confidence and brings them into the moment. You know, you go down on that pistol, you start overanalyzing your flaws, and things start going wrong from there. So this is a great start for NiP if they want to, you know, take this match.
And they are looking at potentially just a simple fast execute, but look at this. The stack from Fnatic is definitely going to give them a really great chance to try to hold this. In come the grenades now, and Fnatic, they have a great chance. They really do. Can they actually make the kills happen here? It might be a bit slow on the push, but slowly now filing up the slope. We're going to see the grenades still flying through the air here. Great frag there from Olafeister, and Michael finding the head of Exist. And this is not looking good at all. A flawless round there. They're going to find all the weapons they want. There's an AWP on the floor. There's AKs, there's M4s. They're spreading the wealth at the moment.
I'm not sure if NiP missed a smoke there, but once they got up that ramp, there was so much chaos there that it just allowed Fnatic to kind of sit back and let them come through. And it's very unfortunate that I think their connector smoke missed, which really would have helped them out.
And there was some really, really nice positions, like Olafeister from the crate there, either kind of peering over the smokes. They couldn't really see him because he was inside of the smoke. So pretty awkward, but a good guess there from Fnatic. That's going to give them a lifeline here. And a lot of money in their hands after picking up all those weapons too. JW on the AWP. And this is really key for Fnatic to get their game going. Bit of a delayed mid push coming in from NiP. Sasha just watchful over short, but he's smoked off at the moment, and NiP are taking him in. This is what you're talking about, how important it can be for NiP to try to successfully be able to dominate this area. So far, so good.
Yeah, I mean, they're still caught behind smokes, though, so it really, the next part is what's important right here. How they progress past this point. The smoke's fading, they could be seen from connector now, they can be seen from window room. What do they take control of?
It's a good peek there from Flusher. He gets a teammate to flash over the top. I think it was Crims there. And it is a return by Michael Ellie as he is that holding position, looking for the player, Crims, who did flash over for a Flusher. Now Forest once again looking for the push here on the apartments. Going to find himself Pronax. Great hold there from Pronax, but he is going to get taken down by Exist, who now is 1-on-3. Good round so far from Fnatic. JW gonna whiff a couple of shots here, but he's got the cavalry to arrive very shortly, so it is completely A-OK here. The grenade should almost do the work.
No, it missed. I think it went behind some object.
Just actually taking down Olofmeister. This might get a little bit scary very soon. JW is close on the angle with the AWP. He's gonna have to pull out the pistol. You can see him holding that pistol with the X-ray. Just looking for the shot, and there it is. Crims, good cover. JW will survive. 2 AWPs now for Fnatic.
Nice try by Zist there, but again, you know, when you're going off the catwalk versus a team like Fnatic, if your all bases aren't covered with smokes, the second the trade started happening, there were so many openings for Fnatic. So NiP just needs to make sure if they are going to sit around mid for too long, or if they're going to sit mid, they can't be for too long, because Fnatic will come and they will fight you.
And this is going to be interesting now too as well, because this kind of changes the dynamic a little bit. 2 AWPs in the mix, Olofmeister on A at the moment and JW on mid, but I guess we can expect that to change a lot where they actually situate themselves. But they push with the pistols to come into B, it seems.
So we'll see if they have some flashes. Do they? Nope. Yeah.
Good grenade there from Pronax. Going to deal a very nice amount of damage. Gets himself in a very safe position. If they want to get to him, they have to cross through Flush's angles. It looks like a very tidy hold. They can't even get out of the apartments. And there you go. Nice cleanup. Fnatic bring themselves back. They had some really sketchy rounds, but it is looking much better for them at the moment.
Yeah, they got some nice money there. JW's got an op for the next couple rounds at least. Yeah, I'm curious to see what NiP is going to try to do. They don't have a lot of money, but they have just enough to make a hit work. So we'll see how they decide to take this.
All right, so all AKs here for NiP, and they're going to see that JW is going to make his presence in the window, looking for any potential players to try to peek him on middle. Fnatic with a very defensive posture at the moment. Very standard setup from them. And NiP with a fairly standard setup of their own, and Forest potentially lurking in middle, whilst his teammates look to be pushing into A here. But just waiting out the pre-nades. Smoke still up there for Fnatic. In come the torrent of grenades here for NiP. Good pre-nades, or rather, sorry, counter grenades there from Fnatic. Trying to slow down this effort, but they don't have anybody on the site now. They kind of lock behind the smokes. Jungle isn't actually smoked just yet, but Crims is there watching for that lurker. They know that someone has to be in middle at the moment. They don't want to get flanked. Great play from distance here from Fnatic. So patient, so calm. They could have gone in. They could have taken angles, but they sat back and they waited. Such patient play.
The thing I think the Fnatic's so good at doing is they just know what their teammates are watching right there. For Crims to kind of just wait until the last moment to turn, kill Freeberg. Freeberg could have done a lot of damage right there if Crims didn't kill him, killed the 2 spawn guys. So great hold by Fnatic. It's going to definitely be a tough task for NiP. Figure out how to breach these bomb sites.
Yeah, I mean, I think Fnatic have the strongest, if not one of the strongest Mirage games, especially CT sides on Mirage, in the business.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really big deal already for NiP to just get the 4 rounds on the board, as it is quite CT sided, so they can feel quite comfortable now.
Well, if they got that pistol, probably be 8-1 right now, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If not 9-0, depending on the momentum shifts. And NiP though, see if they can catch him off guard right now with a quick play off the connector.
Oh wow, the drive-by.
Frag there if they can get a couple more trades. Freeberg.
Looking good here for Fnatic. Forest with the drive-by frag on Crims, but it looks like it is going to be cleaned up. 6-4 now, and it's starting to look a lot more normal here for Fnatic. We haven't yet seen JW go for one of these kind of extreme pushes. Like I guess it's completely dependent on his spawn, of course, but we haven't seen him go for any crazy pushes just yet. Being in middle with the AWP, No pushes on B-Apps, no pushes on the Palace just yet. Just keeping it calm. And the NiP are probably going to be looking out for that as well.
Well, we'll
here we
see
go.
Something right here. I'm still hesitant to say too much, you know, I'm not sure. I know they can't hear, but...
And we are going to see JW finally mixing things in, as we would expect him to do so. NiP with a bit of a mid-take coming in again. And they might be going for the hardcore challenge on to the position of Crims once again on Connector, but JW on the angle. Once again, it is a graveyard in Connector as they lock it down. NiP cannot breach onto the A-bomb site. And this is one of the reasons why Fnatic CT side is so strong. That the way that they position around each other to cover themselves and quickly assess where the push is coming from and ultimately deal with it, it's something to behold.
And as you said last time, like if they're not close up and they're not fighting, they're throwing good nades to delay and deter the team so that their team can rotate from B and have a good chance at retaking. A lot of teams, including mine in our game versus Kaboom, sometimes when the Ts take the site, if the CTs at A die too early, sometimes it's hard to retake. Fnatic does a really good job of delaying that for their team to rotate and retake together.
And right now, I mean, Fnatic 7-4 up. Have to see if they can keep the ball rolling at the moment, as we are going to see some movement up the middle here. They do have somebody who is over towards Underpass. Freiburg going to be jumping through the smoke, finds the entry there. What a crazy opportunity for NiP. He's going to be trying to push this forwards now, very fast indeed. Pronax will stop him, but in come more NiP players. And we do have, I believe it is Forrest, who jumped out of the window there from the apartments, looking to find JW, who can't quite connect the shot. And it is going to be Fnatic players all over the bomb site now. They've got plenty of time to rotate. And it's a 1-on-3 for Exist, as he is trying to scout out exactly where these guys are. Oh, wow! What on earth was that shot? Exist finds a second kill from nowhere. And now it's a 1-on-1. 40 seconds left in the round as Olofmeister assesses the situation. Exist on 37 health, but all it takes is that one bullet to the head. As Olofmeister waits for the plant.
Yeah, now this is a battle of somewhat guesses, but at the same time, staying somewhat home here. And I think Olofmeister is sniffing him out right now, has a feeling that things don't feel right.
He's going to go for the open plant here. Going to be able to get himself on the slope, but can he cross? He can't! Perfect timing there from Olofmeister. And I don't even know how Exist found that jumping headshot, but he did. And he got the bomb down and 2 frags out of it. So that's a huge result there for NiP, regardless of losing the round.
It's definitely a great effort by Exist there. I mean, that's huge for them, but right at the end there, that 1v3 would have been huge. But let's see their money situation. So they can still buy.
Still the buys rolling in.
I liked when they came up the connector quick. They just need to be a little bit more thorough with that. So we'll see what NiP tries to do here.
Absolutely. JW once again on the AWP still. Going to be finding himself towards middle. Going to be mixing things up a little bit here though. So they go for the aggression, and Fnatic very well versed in how to flash for each other. And that shot, oh wow, what a shot there. Doesn't even need any grenades to help him out. Olofmeister now up on middle, so looks like, thanks to JW, they got a really good presence here in middle. Olofmeister actually decided to fall back here instead of just staying around top mid. And then NiP now a bit jarred by this quick pick.
When you get picked in middle like that and you're so up in middle, it's hard for the teams to do anything on either side of the map because, well, they essentially know you're not in middle, so they just continue watching their spot.
Right. Well, it looks like they're doing that excellently as well, because right now NiP can't find a way in. They cannot find a way in. 3 players there for NiP now as they are trying to make an effort onto this A-bomb side, all from a slope, and the positioning here from Fnatic is very strong indeed. And NiP are going to find themselves at the mercy of Crims right at the end there with the M4, and that is another round to Fnatic. 9-4 now, as NiP haven't put a round together for quite some time.
Yeah, it's really hard to connect or catch Fnatic off guard with the way they play their defense. Constantly moving around, you don't really know where to take your risk at. But the sad thing is, and I think that's NiP's only option, is to kind of do something to catch them off guard. I think these coordinated strats are too easy for Fnatic to handle.
Oh, and look at this. We're going to have JW making a quick push there to the B-Apps, and this is where a lot of players are going to be here. So this could be very interesting now. Has made the correct guess. Boom, there it is. Freiburg goes down. Quickly doubling back here. And we're going to have to see if he's got some teammates to come and help him right now because, well, that incendiary should slow it down. JW going to be holding onto this position effectively.
No idea.
Forest.
What is lurking in the depths?
It's always going to be Forest, isn't it? Well, he's going to be trying to find himself angles as his teammates make their way up middle at the moment. So NiP.
He's double zoomed. I don't know if he'll see it.
Yeah, Forest looking for the angles here. And we're going to see if we can have a really strong push coming in. And there it is, Forest opening up onto JW. And Flusha with the response, quick response. That is a fast frag there from Flusha. Going to eliminate the threat. NiP still have middle though, so they have a lot of options to work with. Fnatic have started to play a much more defensive posture. So NiP do have space to work with. And you can see them finding that space, working into B. But Fnatic slowly rotating in. That's a really important kill there onto Flusha. That's going to allow them to actually effectively hold this bomb site. You can see Exist now. Oh, he's going to go down. Crim's walking straight out into the frag. And now NiP down a man. Fnatic look good on this retake. Bomb yet to get planted. 15 seconds left. Fnatic players getting weaker and weaker now as Get Right is trying to make this work with the Galil. There it is, 2 frags coming in quickly, but that bomb needs to go down right now. Michael Haley goes to the plant. Pronax has a chance for a quick one-on-one. Jumping through the window and Get Right. Michael Haley, there it is, wow. The P coming in.
Great recovery there by NiP. At first, the subtlety of Crim's play to run out that side hall and get that frag, I really thought Fnatic was going to win that round. But great play for by NiP to keep that composure and Get Right to stay home there and really be a pillar for the round.
And here we go. Guess what it is? At what time it is? It is auto sniper time.
Oh god.
Crims with auto sniper. JW up to his usual shenanigans. It's going to be a difficult round here for NiP to find themselves onto a site unscathed at least. They haven't found a huge amount of success on some of these set plays, but they have been managing to work some mid control. They actually have been taking middle. Taking connectors has been a different story, but we can see that they've opened up space again with these grenades, these smokes on middle. But Flusha is there. Once again, flash over the top from Crims. Flusha in with a good chance for a frag. Wow, that's a good response there. Michael Lele able to take the kill onto Flusha. And Freiburg now into the ladder room. Spot the AWP there, JW. Keeps himself alive. So we're going to have Michael Lele in with the parkour moves here on middle. So NiP working on this three-pronged attack here. The A-split coming into play. Crims though yet to rattle off a shot, but soon we're going to hear resounding bullets coming out of that gun.
TK grenade there.
JW trying to make it work. There does take down the planter. Got 2 more players to deal with. They do trade on him. Pronax now 1-on-3. Fnatic could really use this extra round here against NiP. That's the bomb down. Oh, what a kill there. Forest going down. There's 2 players left now. Oh, fails the grenade there. Quite unfortunate, but this is for 1 player, and he does have time still to work with. He has a kid as well. There's Get Right, going to keep the pressure on. Pronax still doesn't know where the other player is. Oh, I think he saw the flash. I think he knows the other one's at CT. Pronax going to go in really fast here for the first quick frag. He won't get it. NiP managed to finish with 6 rounds there on the first half. Fnatic with a great first half, but you can see at NiP, they feel happy with this. Yeah. They know it's CT-sided map. They've given themselves every chance to take this now.
I think if you had asked them before the game, will you take a 9-6, I think they would have said yes, because they know if they lose that pistol, that's an easy 12-3 probably for Fnatic. So another big pistol round right here, and we'll looking forward to see what NiP decides to do here. You know, because on a map that's so spread out like Mirage, you could either play 2-1-2-ish mid. You could play 3 at A, 4 at A, 1 spotting B. Let them control mid because you don't really necessarily need it if they don't do anything with it on pistol. So definitely going to be an interesting pistol round. Very exciting match so far.
Oh yeah, and the thing about this as well that makes me worry for Fnatic is they want the 10 to 12 scoreline on the CT because that's why they're so good on Mirage. But NiP managed to find some really crazy rounds, as they always tend to do deep in tournaments. They find rounds out of nowhere. And Fnatic, despite having a really, really solid defense, they did have some problems here and there. So they only got 9 rounds on the CT side. Now, it really depends on how their T side is going to work up against the new NiP defense on Mirage. Because now they have 2 players that can AWP really, really well. One very aggressively, and Forest, who's much better as a more passive, consistent AWPer. Michael Lele, the kind of quick draw AWP. So
yeah, I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah,
because Fnatic's T side is known to be very tricky. You know, they'll use the connector wisely. They'll lurk in the B sometimes. They have a good A execution. So I think it's really about controlling NiP's money because NiP's only chance probably is to have those snipers, and if they don't, I think Fnatic might walk all over them just by having their such good control of mid, what they're known for and stuff. So big pistol round here. NiP needs to control their money well this half.
So do you feel like in this next half there's any player or particular situation to look out for as we move into this? Anyone that's particularly key? Like on CT for Fnatic, I would call, for example, Crims. Who do you think is going to be here for NiP on their defense?
I mean, I guess I could throw it at Michael because he is the primary sniper here. I actually haven't seen NiP play a lot of Mirage lately, so I'm not really sure how their game goes on Mirage. I know they like to fight from cat middle, similar to Fnatic actually. So I think all those guys involved in mid control are the key players here.
All right, guys, we're about to hit up the second half of this match. The pistol's about to begin. This is the third and final map between these two teams. They went all the way to this third map. We had a very insanely close first couple of maps here. Inferno was ridiculous. Cash was ridiculous. Both 16-14. NiP opening up with that victory on Cash. It's almost impossible to separate these two teams at the moment. Both so hungry for an insane result. For one of those awesome medals here at MLG X Games. NiP giving themselves a great T-half. Can they close it? Can Fnatic throw the wrench in the works? It's all going to happen here on this pistol. As NiP do have two players actually quite close here.
Wow.
Interesting grenade. Oh my god. That is so smart. Just as a counter strat for the set play that's about to come in. How do they know these things? What a gamble there with the HE, and that is going to hurt Fnatic now. They'll be coming in regardless, looking for these pistol frags. They do get the entries. NiP trying to make it work, but Fnatic recovered initially. Retake mode in for NiP now into this A bomb site. Michael Lady going to swing up the side. Olofmeister does take him out. Get right with the signature Julies coming in now from CT. And there's Forrest as well. So far finding it hard to get a connection here. 3 players by the jump boxes. There goes Get Right. The crab walk. Oh, it's actually happening right now for NiP. Can Pronax save this? Looking for the jump shot, and Pronax, in-game leader of Fnatic.
Wow.
Once again, huge clutches coming out from him to save Fnatic. And they're going to get the T pistol so insanely
My mind
important.
is blown. I just saw
that grenade, right?
The grenades is an insanely genius strat by NiP to counter that and to take that gamble. And then for Fnatic to get those trades, I don't know why NiP even let that happen. I didn't exactly see them from my point of view, but I'm surprised NiP guys weren't farther back. And to let them take the site, it wouldn't be that bad of an idea after getting those that damage done early here. But
Looks like Freiburg's actually going to pick up a fast peek there into Palace. So they know that there's nothing there, and we have scouts in the works here. So it is really far from over as far as Fnatic is concerned, because these scouts on Mirage, we've all seen crazy stuff. In fact, I remember one particular crazy round from your team, in fact, on Mirage, from the man Sean Garrison, the scout plays. Yeah. I think everyone's seen that highlight reel. So you've got to be careful with these CT scouts.
Yeah, get right to it exactly as Sean was. So we'll see. Fnatic, though, they're sniffing it out here. I think the key on this type of round when you know they're scouts is to really not be too exposed at the time. I'm not quite sure what this is doing there, but I think Fnatic's doing a good job of just staying tight.
Good middle control here coming in from them, trying to take over connector, but this is dangerous here. Look at Freiburg. Oh my goodness, 2 players tagged now for Fnatic, getting lower and lower. Freiburg finds the head of Olofmeister. This is starting to get really dangerous now for Fnatic, losing players to, in fact, critically weak. And here we go, they're going to try to bring themselves together onto a push now. And we have to see if NiP can actually defend the chosen site of Fnatic.
Right now, though, it's not looking too bad for NiP, as Fnatic, a couple guys are pretty low, so if they could just play these angles smart in the site.
There they go, that's a nice boost up onto the crate from Forrest. Does only take 1 frag, Get Right with 1 as well. 2 players here left alive for Fnatic against the 3 of NiP. Get Right missing the close shot. And now Michael Lele and Freiburg going to go in for the retake. Bomb goes down. That's going to put Flusher in an awkward position. He still gets the kill. In for the side. Michael Lele gets the shot. And no scope with a scout. Insane moves from this dedicated sniper. Michael Lele saves the round. And NiP get the defuse. This is ridiculous right now.
I don't know how they pulled that off. I was almost kind of disappointed for a shot so quickly because he was in a great position, but if you're not entertained, spectators, I don't know what will do it for you, because that was a great play by Michael Elliott to keep NiP in this game.
You can see all the emotions there, and even the lack of emotions there from Michael Elliott looks so cool and collected after that.
It's a round-to-round battle, you know?
It really is between these two teams, isn't it? They're just in the moment. Yeah. 10-7 now.
So see, it looks like Fnatic here, still not giving too much space there. They're trying to keep keep NiP at bay here with their money situation by deciding to have all these grenades. It looks like they're planning on doing some damage.
They must have something in mind with all of these grenades. Indeed, these Tech 9s and CZs in play. Could expect some kind of a set play. And in fact, it's a really nice round to try to force it up because NiP, they're still on these SMGs, these Flamuses. Hell, I mean, Michaelelli's still got a 5-7. So this is absolutely a great round to keep that pressure on and not let their money build. So we'll have to see what Fnatic are actually going to intend to execute here. But it looks like we're going to have a very interesting round following up here. There goes Gero with the P90. Gets nothing, though. Quick kill coming in from Olafmeister. Good work from him now as Forest, very patient there, smoked off and eliminated by Crims. Olafmeister with another one. And Fnatic rolling on through, bulldozing the defense there on B. And it's looking fantastic. Exist, going to be deep in the bomb site. And Freiburg goes down as well.
I don't... Tech 9, man. Tech 9.
I don't even.
I thought Forrest was going to get a couple there and maybe stay alive. The guy in kitchen there got instantly killed. I don't know what to say except great play by Fnatic.
I'm starting to see a lot of these like really strong like force-up buys like that really work out on B because of these Tech 9s, in fact. So it is pretty dangerous. And now NiP once again are on this really hard spot where they don't really have the money, but they're going to force it up again because they want to keep the pressure on as well, exactly as Fnatic did. Because both these teams fighting for that eco round, fighting to establish an economy, and Fnatic with the 4-round advantage, definitely in a good position in that sense. And Michaelelli now on the AWP, so we'll have to see. If things are going to work out for them. Now, Michaelelli is in the window, and Fnatic playing it passive at the start right now. They don't want to get any surprises from NiP just yet. So NiP.
Yeah. Michaelelli here is maintaining good mid control though, so right now NiP's staying at home at both bomb sites. There's no reason to do anything else but that. We'll see if they take the right guess here. Michaelelli's kind of a key player in this round. We call this the glass cannon, so we'll see if it pays off.
Same here. NiP do have a setup to work with here. Not going to be caught with their pants around their ankles, but JW opening up onto Michaelelli. That's insanely important there. Freiburg comes in with 5-7. That's 2 huge frags. 2 on 3 now. And Pronax and JW are actually quite weak here. The bomb's going to go down in the smoke. Or at least they're going to try to get it down in the smoke here. As Forrest picks up the AWP from Michaelelli. Thank you very much. As they're all really low. Forrest drops the bomber. NiP once again pulling out the magic. Get right in with the 5-7. Takes down Flusher against all odds. NiP finding something in this round to turn the momentum back. Pronax now on 21 health. And he is sandwiched. Get right. Forrest waiting for that plant sound. And here it is. Knows all he has to do is run in and get the kill. And that's exactly what happens. Another surprising round here. But can we be surprised? I don't know.
I mean, there's such that small gap to make a play there for NiP at A, and it's huge 2 frags by Freiburg there, and then Forrest making sure he got those picks at A with the op and staying pretty calm, steady with the mouse hand. Great play by Get Right to be there. This is exciting. I'm excited. I'm happy to see NiP putting up such a fight.
Absolutely. I think many people were worried about the potential performance that they would have to bring to the table on a map like Mirage against what everybody knows to be an insanely strong Mirage team, which is Fnatic. But once again, we're seeing a similar situation for them where they don't want to let the money run away with NiP. They know that they're weak on the money. So Fnatic keeping that pressure up. Going to see a similar play out of them in this similar situation. Can it have a similar result? Last time was pretty good, but this time NiP do have some better positions. Forrest opens up with the kill to Pronax. Get some good spray now. Going to take a lot of damage from the Flutter. Finishes him off, and it's a great hold on the B bomb site here for NiP. Fnatic definitely feeling the heat once again.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to carry that momentum. If they would have won that round, that would have put NiP in a bad monetary situation, but NiP stayed strong, won it. Now Fnatic's forced to deal with a bad economy. So we'll see if they choose to try to explode again with some grenades. It doesn't look like it.
And Michaelelli up on middle with the AWP again. They are keeping it fairly vanilla at the moment. Nothing crazy coming out of NiP. They are just sticking to the safe plays, respecting Fnatic and their ability to deflect aggression early on. Pronax, not much else to do other than work through underpass if he wants to get in middle here. As Fnatic just have to go for this save. And the fact that this is so back and forth means that each team continually has their money bonus reset constantly.
Yeah.
Which forces spots like this where you can only afford Glocks. And Crimson loses his life there. As we are going to see Fnatic trying to get some work with the Glock, jumping Glock. And just jumping around there. And it's going to be NiP cleaning this up. Got the bomb under control now. Bit of a dink there, but no problem for Exist. As we are going to have Olofmeister now running in, just ending the round here. And there's the grenade. I have to say that grenade on the pistol round, I'm pretty sure pretty much like everyone's going to open their CT Mirage up like that in the future. Like.
Well, yeah.
But then that becomes the meta, and then no one's going to ever stand there. So
no, yeah, they'll find new places to throw the grenades from or something.
Yeah.
But no, definitely very creative by the NiP guys. But right now, I'm really curious to see, is Fnatic going to choose something quick or slow?
This series has been insane.
Yeah, it's both teams are just surprising me so much with their responses to the strats and whatnot.
And there is no AWP on the side of Fnatic at the moment, so working with the AKs. Just defensive positioning from them. You can see the bomb is towards A at the moment. And Freiburg and Exist with very good positions to deal with aggression there. And in fact, also very good fact-finding positions as well to give them a better sense of what's happening on the map. Good flash from a teammate. Freiburg entries onto JW. And now this might force a response here from Fnatic to try and swing things back to equalize the situation on the players, but that was a very clean kill found by NiP. No trades possible.
And Freiburg did take a little bit of damage, but NiP is still in a good position. They have most map control right now. No smokes up middle for Fnatic, so right now it's really just, are they able to get a pick somewhere? It's going to be tough. Looks like smokes are coming out A.
Right, in comes the play. The bomb is still down though, and to NiP this looks like a bit of a rush, but we can see better at the moment. Fnatic's trying to just catch NiP on these rotations. It's a great kill coming in from Olofmeister. However, Michaelelli over the top of the smoke will find Pronax as Fnatic, with a very creative play to force rotations and capitalize on them. NiP, being NiP, haven't really given them all that much in that regard. And these angles held by Michaelelli, still strong. Finally he's dealt with, but the spray down from Exist is good. And another round comes in. NiP equalize. 11-11 on the third map here in the semi-finals for the MLGX Games, the first Counter-Strike Global Offensive event here in Aspen, and it has so far has been phenomenal, nothing short of.
Yeah, this game is exactly what any spectator would want. I think Fnatic here, and again in a bad money situation, I think they just need to be able to get back to their game, which is being able to control mid, be able to move through that quickly, and have everything smoked off. So we'll see if they're able to take some weapons on this save round.
So here we go, another play into this B bomb site, and this time we're going to see less in the way of Tech 9s and more in the way of devastation from the defense of NiP. As they are going to lock it down. One frag found by Crims. Garrett going to try to finish him off there with the 5-7. And there it is. Just to make sure he's really dead. And we're going to see 12-11. NiP take the lead on the CT side here on Mirage. This is getting interesting. And now we're going to see JW picking up the AWP. Perhaps he can make the difference now.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if he has a good spawn for the mid pick. He does not.
He's got a good spawn for...
I'm still hesitant to say these things out loud as a player. I don't want to give anything too much away, but the soundproof boosts are stopping it, I hope. But yeah, this is going to be huge for them if JW is able to make something happen early.
Usually you can catch the mid AWP as he sees nothing on mid, then looks towards
Apartments. But there's still a gap in that
smoke. Freiburg going to take it to Crims though, as JW has to fall back because of the smoke. Sometimes players do tend to like flash through and push it, but Michael is still watching over middle, ever vigilant with that AWP of his. That's a nice underhand smoke there, and this is what we're talking about, in fact. Exist did actually push JW there, so that's the AWP out of play here onto the A side of things. Great movement there from Exist. Burning Olofmeister alive as well. Fnatic losing man after man, one after another, all across the map. And Get Right in a good position. Pronax, he was ready for it, but Get Right gets the execution there. And Get Right is even trying to cut up the bodies here. He means business. And NiP look really happy. Freiburg see nothing but the banana grin across his face all match long.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to remember, have a good time. I mean, if you get too caught up into extra thoughts, it doesn't really help you out. So I'm glad to see NiP staying so strong here.
All right, so Michaelelli with a quick push there onto Connector. We're going to see that This is a nice setup here across the board for NiP, but the set play from Fnatic could, of course, be quite devastating if they're able to get up onto position very quickly. NiP so far have been really good on kind of anticipating what's going on and getting in front of it. But Fnatic going to be very patient this round. They do have a lurker, Ever Flusher, of course, and we'll have to see now if NiP can hold these angles here. This is a true test of your Mirage defense rounds like this. So we're going to see Fnatic just abiding their time, ever patient. In goes the first smoke there towards Shadow. Exist ready with the counter flashes. It's very important now that NiP throw in some flashes for Exist. We are going to see him move up. Gets completely destroyed there by Pronax as he goes up the ladder. Great entries here coming in from Fnatic. Michaelele though, good frags from Michaelele. 2 key shots as Fnatic storm the site. Still advantage for them though, as now GetRight's going to make his way through. Pop flashing himself into jungle. It's a 2-on-3 now thanks to Michaelele. Still alive, but we have seen Fnatic disperse now away from the bomb. NiP now have to find the players. Michaelele going to go for the jump. Does spot the frag onto JW. It's another one. GetRight comes in as well. There is the defuse. GetRight, all he has to do is cover Michaelele, and the round can be won here. There it is. Goes for the shot as Olofmeister peeks, and that's going to be it. 14 rounds now. 14 rounds for NiP as Fnatic stay on 11. They can't seem to find an answer. It's starting to look hopeless for them.
My heart started beating fast there. I don't know how Michaelele got all those kills, but it was awesome for him to creep into the site with that, take that risk to get in there. GetRight showing a lot of patience to kind of lurk and make sure he covered his teammate. Great play by NiP here.
Performing under pressure. Really huge frag set from Michaelele. That's the player that you need on your team to perform in the moments where it really matters. And we've got the full AK buy coming in here from Fnatic and all the nades as well. So still looking for the answers. It must feel as if nothing's working at the moment. Oh, wow. GetRight just sprays one down through the smoke. And that is really gutting there for Fnatic. This is a true test of their composure.
Yeah, lose your strat caller that early in the round is definitely not helpful.
GetRight finds another one there. That's the bomb dropped as well. GetRight pushing aggressively now. And that's going to be key information for his team. They're going to start rotating. Freiburg does see JW. Good stuff there from JW to get the frag, though, as he falls back very exposed there in middle. But they have to reclaim the bomb. This is a really nasty position to be in. And it's evenly smoked off here. NiP setting up base by that bomb. Forest lurking now as well. And he goes on the angle, does spot Grims, takes him down, spray comes out, but the trades are good as NiP had all the time in the world to get the players behind that bomb. And now it's on Olofmeister to stop match point here for NiP. Olofmeister under so much pressure to perform. The all-rounder for Fnatic. Going to find the first one-on-one. Gets taken down by GetRight. And there you go. GetRight, man of that round. Awesome aggressive push there.
It's really hard I'm sure, for Fnatic to say what they want to do because they've run all their standard strats, and it seems like they're just getting unlucky in small parts, but also getting outplayed. So I don't know what Pronax is going to say here, but they are going to go for it with no other options. No, their money's looking broke. They got just enough to maybe do what seems like the impossible at this point.
Round for round, that's got to be the... Oh my goodness, through the smoke as well. How many frags are they going to find through these smokes? NiP off to a good start here, but Fnatic fighting back. Here we go, as they are going to make their way back in now. Exist, smoked off there on CT spawn. Fnatic fighting tooth and nail now to try to make something happen. Man advantage. Exist has a good beat on where the planter is, but Michaelele getting another kill through the smoke. What is this that we're seeing from this man with the AWP? GetRight coming in again. Everybody seems to be on fire right now for NiP now as 2 players are left standing. Olofmeister and Flusher. Bomb. He planted. There it is now. And GetRight is locked away. Olofmeister kill onto Exist. It's a 2-on-2 now as GetRight. This is a really tough position. He'd do very well to find his way through this spot. Gonna go for it, but too easy there for Flusher. Michaelele, can he do the impossible again? Coming in with the P250. Oh my goodness, how does he find the header there? And it's gonna be the frag. Olofmeister gonna put that round right for Fnatic. And we're gonna have the Fnatic camp still focused, still with a chance to bring it to overtime. But we've seen this position here before. Before it was NiP fighting back, but now it's all on Fnatic from the T side.
Such great play by both teams. Even though Fnatic's losing this match, they're still showing great responses to each kit frag that's going down. Yeah, not much else for me to say here, except we got to see if Fnatic can continue this.
Well, we are going to see an auto sniper there on Exist, as that's going to make a big deal on the defense for A. Michael also looking on those shots through the smoke again. Doesn't get quite so lucky this time. Friberg locking down Connector. As the movement does come in from Fnatic, they try to take mid control now. Friberg going to evacuate the Connector a little bit. As far as lurks. There it is, gets the one-on-one. Flusher goes down. Didn't have anyone near him to trade. So that's a clean kill there for NiP. So you have now a man in Connector, so it will help them make the play either towards A or B. Always going to give them some options here, but Michael ever vigilant again, as NiP still a man up.
At this point in the round, Fnatic's just trying to look for the opening. They got a player here and that's able to gather a lot of information, but they still don't know exactly where the sniper's at, and this could be detrimental.
Oh, JW! Great response there, so fast on the trigger. NiP are looking good though, thanks to Friberg. Michael comes in, but JW, he's got answers, but it's now JW against the world. 3 players to find. Friberg gets the kill, 16-12, and against all odds it would seem, NiP somehow make it work. They bring it back on the 3rd map against Fnatic in the semi-finals here for MLG Games. Insane best of 3. I have no words for what we've just witnessed.
Yeah, that was amazing play by both teams there, but NiP kept the composure and won the tight, close rounds they needed to. Those A rounds by Michael coming up huge with the AWP. Get right, doing his normal thing. Man, I think Fnatic is definitely as shocked as most of us right now, because I think, yeah, no one expected this.
I absolutely agree with you. Fnatic coming in definitely as what you would seem as a stronger team, but I mean, we've got to also consider that this is the new NiP. They've got Michael in there. They've changed their strategies. They've been mixing things up. We're starting to see the results, but the fact never changes with NiP. We're seeing the NiP magic, the emotions. They look so good for NiP all throughout. They always look like they were winning emotionally in all these situations. They never look down and out.
I think that's always the toughest thing when you're playing versus NiP, is you know they're never going to give up. And I think that's not something that you can necessarily teach or get easily. Forrest and all these guys have been grinding games like this for years, and to be able to stay in it and not let, basically be able to read between the lines when you lose a round and say, no, we didn't really mess up this, we messed up this. You know, to be able to fix that, and you could tell they were doing a good job. They didn't have a lot of confidence on that map, but they stuck with it and they brought it home, and it was a pleasure to watch them.
Yeah, and again, like they're peaking at the right time, and we see Fnatic are a great team for that as well. But you know, I think Michael was missing loads of shots yesterday. It was a big question mark for many people. Today, performed under pressure in very key rounds.
Yeah.
So amazing result there. That's got to be one of the best series, if not the best of 3 of 2015 so far.
Yeah.
That just has to be. That's been amazing. I hope you guys have enjoyed that match. Oh my God, nothing. Thanks for providing the commentary here.
Yeah, thanks for having
always
me.
a pleasure.
Yeah.
But we do have Get Right on the floor there with Chris Puckett, ready for an interview. So take it away, Chris.
All right, thank you guys. Get right. You are heading to the gold medal match tomorrow at noon. How are you feeling? 3 grueling games against Fnatic.
Super tight game, and we're just happy we won the game. Happy.
Just happy right now. Well, we saw an incredible game 1. It went 30 rounds. You were able to win it 16-14. That set up game number 2. We started to see a little bit of a comeback just when everyone thought Fnatic was going to take it. You mounted the comeback, but fell just short. After the game, a couple players said, you guys looked on tilt outside, that you looked frustrated, a little bit unhappy. What happened in between games 2 and 3?
Well, me and Exist had a pretty, I don't know, calm discussion what happens on few rounds, but it happens, you know. It's just that you're mad after the game when you think you should have won some rounds there and there, so it's nothing special.
Now, in that last game, game 3, we saw a very close first side. The second side, though, it seemed that the spark came when the scout came out. Machiavelli dropping the huge 2 kills there. Machiavelli, excuse me, dropped the 2 huge kills there. Talk me through the momentum for the rest of that CT side. Nothing?
No, I mean, my teammates are so good, so I'm just relying on them.
Well, you have one more match. It's for X Games Gold. You'll play the winner of our next match here on the main stage, Dignitas LDLC. I know a lot of the fans out there want to see LDLC in that gold medal match. Do you think Dignitas has a good chance of this next matchup?
Yeah, of course. I mean, look at the group stage in both of the groups. Everyone went 1-1 first day, so anything can happen, I guess.
All right, and so far for NiP, who is the MVP from the team at this point in the tournament?
Freiberg.
King of the banana. I like it, my friend. All right, guys, that is Get Right. You will see him tomorrow at noon playing for X Games Gold. Coming up next, we have our second semifinal of the night.
Let me hear your battle cry.